Penny boy, what happened? Who hurt you? You have so much potential. I started on you. I love you. You're in my heart. There's room in one of the ventricles that isn't clogged up with all the bacon I used to eat, raw bacon. There's way for you to go up to the dome. We're with you. What happened? What the hell are you doing? What's taking so long? I made a list.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So I'm not sure if Panasonic is now run by a hamster who just someone spins a wheel and then the hamster like pounces on it, and then if it stops, it's like, okay, another wide angle kit lens. Okay, the hamster said so. Let me just get to this immediately. An 18 to 40, 24.5 to 6.3, that was just announced. We have a couple other announcements that they were embarrassed themselves. They didn't even tell their people, like, oh, by the way, we have the S5D, and don't talk about it. It's contrast detect still, but you can mention it. 18 to 40, 24.5 to 6.3 lens. On paper, that sounds fun. It's super light. It's like 170 grams. This is not a bad lens. I'm not making fun of you. Tiny lens, vlogging, S9 with that, unlimited recording times now. Are you kidding yourself, the Stabe? Come on, Penny boy, color science out in the sunshine. I'm with you. But what the hell is your problem? There's a log jam, you dork. 20 to 60, f3.5 to 5.6, kind of overlapping a lot. Very similar. What the hell's your problem? Oh, don't worry, we also have a 14 to 28, a 4 to 5.6. Kind of same wavelength here. Oh, don't worry about that. We have a 16 to 35 24 as well, if you weren't sure which wide angle. Why do you have 4 of them and no other interesting lenses? That was less threatening than it looked like in my mind. Stop listening to this hamster. We don't need any more of these wide angles kit lens zooms. One is cool. It's fun that it's lighter than anybody else's zoom. Like Sony, Canon, Nikon, they all have some type of like 16 to 35, 22.8, heavy as hell. Who wants to carry that? So Penny boy went in a different direction, and it's respectable. I wouldn't mind one myself. But like, you have 4 options. Like, you put so much of your time into these 4 lenses. Like, it takes years. You have like a section of your whole building just working on this over and over again. Wide angle zooms that are light and kit lens abilities with zero pop. So much time, and like, we're waiting for a professional camera. It feels like forever ago the Sony A7S III was announced, and we're waiting for companies to beat it one day maybe. But Panasonic, you have the blueprint in the S1H II coming, but like, what year is that coming? Will I even be alive to see it? I doubt it. What are they working on? What's taking so long? They have one f1.4 prime, just one. It feels like it's been out the L mount for 20 years or something, but it's just like it. The S5 II was announced in 2023, and we were already waiting so long for that, and it was just kind of like a basic budget model, like an A7 IV. We're waiting for the flagship here. My flag has been stuck into my thigh for weeks. Now go ahead and pretend that they're in an alliance and Sigma lenses exist and they're not 2D renderings for crab meat. They're really good and sharp and clinical, unlike the 40mm 22 that we're witnessing now with the pop factor. Okay, so you have some Sigma lenses, and Leica makes lenses too, like really good ones, very expensive. Minimum price is $91,000. If you forget those two, which you should, because one you can afford and one you can't afford not to afford, because they're flat and shit, you have nothing desirable. You buy into the system for the lenses, in my opinion. Like, you fall in love with the lens and then you're like, what camera can wield this thing? But be honest with yourself. What lens would you jump into L mount for? The 26, 28 prime? Your Tony 1.8 prime set? Basic bitch lenses. Your super zoom? Freaking like 24 to 200? Oh wow, it covers every distance. macro lens, a bunch of 24 zooms. When Panasonic first announced they were going full frame, we were like, holy shit, no more tiny little micro one. Cool, man, what's gonna happen? And it's like, wait till you see our lenses, 24.5 to 7.1. Oh my God. Like, they're literally making micro four thirds equivalent lenses in the opposite way. It's like, look how tiny this is. You can get the background blur of micro four thirds almost. It's like, what are we doing? Why'd you go full frame for a bunch of kit lens zooms on the wide end, and you still don't even have the 2.8 zoom that most people want and need? Not me, of course. I'm a prime guy. Prime time. You have no telephoto prime or zoom. Your longest reach is 300 mils. That's an APS-C lens. I don't get, what's the, like, lure? Someone's got to, like, drop the hook with a worm into the lake, and then the fish creature, the Loch Ness monster, is like, that looks enticing. And then we come to you. At least lie to me. Where's your worm lens? So as if I wasn't insulted enough, you throw this live event and your announcement is what we already knew was coming because you announced it a long ass time ago. So it's like, oh, the 18 to 40 is now here. I thought it was already here. Who even cares? You have the gall to announce an S5D. Let me just put this into perspective for you. It sucks, and there's no reason it exists. You've already gone beyond it. You have a camera with phase detect autofocus, more capable than any LiDAR. I get that there's a purpose. You put your cinema manual focus lens, you have this super geriatric Gary rig that annoys you. It's so like huge and follow focus thing, and a LiDAR. I can see anything with lasers. And then like you can film your cat. No one cares. You already had the S5 II that didn't need any of that bullshit. Gimbal with a side handle. Your mom has a side handle, I twisted it once. I just turned my Christmas tree light off because it's about to get dark in here. Panasonic, do you want to be extinct? Like the Triceratops. Frickin' chewing the vegetation of our former giant world. Do you want to go that route? I'm not about to say that, oh, Panasonic's going out of business because they released something that was still pretty good, but like, I don't need it. It just, I want you to do well. Penny boy, you have a lot of, you're the underdog and you have the best stable, a lot of video features. You could do so much. You're like my little child. That I'm like, what are you doing? I taught you how to do that. And then you smack your kid in the back of the head, hoping he wakes up, because that's good parenting. But he doesn't wake up. He's just stupid and slow. We are waiting for the S1H Mark II, destroyer of worlds, that will end time as we know it. The A7S killer. Finally, Panasonic is the one that did it. Oh my God. The stable, 10 stops of IBIS. Your hamster doesn't know what he's doing on the business side or the technical side. That's just a fact. You need a new CEO. Someone that knows that microwaves don't really sell nowadays. Some of us know that they radioactive your broccoli. And who wants that? You don't get the superpowers. Your superpower is forgetting your son's name when you're 60. That's your power. And like green skin. Sony skin. I almost wish they didn't even start their full frame lineup, because imagine the kind of micro four thirds stuff we would have been getting now. You think the GH7 would have came out like that with manual focus only tech in 300 frames per second? No, it'd be 480. Freaking autofocus faster than regular mode. With the Leica lenses, like, come on. Now 15 stops a stable, variable NDs in there. Huge body, bigger than anything we know, any GFX camera. It's like, wow, but look how capable it is. That's what you should have done, but did you? You didn't. A DGO sensor, dynamic range, like double anything that the C70 could do. That could have been you, but it wasn't, and it isn't. And we're waiting for something and nothing's coming. So like, what's the point? Someone left me a comment the other day and they were asking like, is there something better than the Panasonic GH7? It's like, how are you investing in Panasonic nowadays? Who's doing that? It's a loss guaranteed. I think they'll stay in business. I can't imagine Panasonic ever like going out of business and stopping making cameras, but you got a lot of winning of my heart to do, and that's gonna take some time. And just do something soon, because what the hell was that? Why did you make an event for that? You were sad. Everybody in the whole team was sad. It's like, this is all we have. Another kit lens wide angle zoom, and then this old dinosaur machine that you have to build like Legos and shit. What? And then firmware's cool. To the 4 people that own Panasonic cameras now, there's 4 of you. Down in the comments, let me know. 4 users to symbolize your fastest aperture on any lens you own, basically. Yeah, equivalent. So, I'm waiting any day now. Like, I'm over dramatic, waiting for like exciting camera news that blows everything out of the way. Like, we don't even have the tech on the planet right now to like better the A7S III. I get it. We're dickheads. Me. I hate being that, but I want something fun from Penny Boy, and I don't have it. I just sold my last Panasonic lens, the Leica 25mm 1.4. I was like, why do I have that? My Blackmagic died. I have nothing to wield it on. What body is going to come that's going to be like, this is so much better than my Z6 III or the Sony ZV-E1. I can't believe how great this is. I don't see anything on the way. So it's like, see you later. Maybe you'll be back one day. I doubt it. Bitcoin exists. Do you agree Panasonic's annoying with how slow they are? Turtle ass bitch. Subscribe for more right now, Sonic.